Hello, I'm doctorcdcs, and this is Tinlord. This is a game that is currently on sale on the Steam Summerfest 2026. I picked it up, and I've put in just about 5-ish hours, just under 5 hours, I guess, of gameplay. And overall, I do like it. But it definitely needs some updates. It needs some quality of life UI changes, I think, in order to make some information a bit more clearer to the player, because in the heat of battle, it can be a little difficult for me. Well, in my case, it was a little difficult to track everything, to figure out what does what, and you'll see what I'm talking about as I play the game. Yeah, it's about 60% off right now on the Steam Summer Sale. It's about just under $2.40 Canadian right now, which I assume, if I had to guess, is about $1.99 US on the Steam Summer Sale. I don't exactly know the exact price, but it's a pretty nifty discount. It doesn't go for much on its regular price. It's about $6, $5.99 Canadian, or original equivalent. And yeah, I figured I'd take a shot on it, and I do like it. There is a demo if you want to try out the game yourself, if you want to see what the gameplay is like, and I highly suggest you do, just in case, before you make that purchase. The other thing is that it only has 5 Steam reviews on my... When I look at the Steam store page, on my end, it shows only 5 reviews. And that's a shame, because even though there are definitely things that could be improved upon, I do think that it's a very it's a very interesting amalgamation of ideas put together, and it more or less does work. It's a very cool way they did the game. That being said, play the demo and find out for yourself if this might be for you. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Alright, let's begin. Oh, did I mention this game is also a roguelike? Yes, this game is a roguelike, and we'll be continuing my run. So let's load it up and I'll get started on showing you what's what. So yeah, you cannot save, you don't have multiple save slots. You have only one save slot. It auto-saves. Luckily, if you go to the menu, it'll auto-save. However, during battle, you can retreat. You can restart, but it comes at a cost. What that cost is this. These are your AI cores. As you can see, I have almost none of them left. But yes, these are your AI cores, basically. I haven't exactly seen how you get more of them. All I've seen is how much I've lost. But yeah, these essentially are your... This is essentially how many times you have left to restart your run. Just because you lose doesn't necessarily mean it's game over. You have multiple chances to reload. However, you can lose these AI cores through either losing battle, restarting, or in my case, most of the time, I lost it through random encounters. So yes, this game, if we go here, has a bit of an FTL-like vibe to it. So like I said, I've played a bit of it. I'm currently in Act 2. I'm over here with my, I guess we're in a ship. But yes, it has a bit of an FTL vibe where you go from system to system, and you may have either tower defense moments where you have to build a base and defend against a horde, or you have FTL-like RNG events where you have a event and you have to make a bunch of decisions that are listed for you, a bunch of options. And in my case, most of them ended up losing AI cores. So I'm down to, I guess, one last attempt before it's game over. But as you can see, this is not a small area. Act 1 was a bit smaller. I think it ended about this. It was about this long, and it culminated in this big node here. They're calling them nodes. But it was a boss fight. I had to fight off a boss, and I beat it. So this is the second act. And yeah, you have this map, and you just travel around, and you have different events. Right now, we're at a node, which... let me try and close this. How do I close this? Escape? Yeah, we're at a planet. So the planet in question is... Where's the mission? Oh, I have to click on this. There you go. So it's a mission. It is a tower defense mission, and we have to, in this case, restore the ecology to 50. So yes, there is a ecology/environmental counter that you have to track. The more tiles you place, depending on the type they are, the more they could add to the ecology meter. So I'll show you the tile sets when we get to the tower defense thing, tower defense portion of the game. But suffice to say, you have forest tiles, you have mountain tiles, you have highlands, plains, desert tiles, and each of these tiles have different ecology scores associated with them. But those tiles also require you to place industry on top of them so you can harvest resources. As you can tell by this tab here, we have a bunch of resources here. You press tab to bring them up, and you can get an idea of what each element is. So there are complex systems at work which you have to make use of. So each industry you do has a negative score to your ecology meter. So as you can see here, we're starting at an ecology of -15, and we have to raise it up to 50. So we're gonna have to be placing a lot of things. It's gonna be interesting. I'm not entirely sure how to do this. I've never done this objective before. Usually it's survive up to, wave 50 or kill a certain amount of enemies. But this will be interesting to see if I can do it. I don't know if I will. We also have a tech tree. Yes, you have a tech tree. So the story goes that you're some kind of colony ship or some kind of long-range scout. I'm not too sure, but basically you're trying to find a new form of a new area for, I guess, the people that created you to see the planet. So you're trying to find like a place for your creators to colonize. However, something happened and you've lost all your tech up until this point. So the way the game is showing it or showcasing your problem is that you plant these bases at certain planets, and you generate data fragments. And these data fragments are used to make upgrades and research. So right now, in this case, you can see on my current run that we've discovered how to manually mine sand, extract wood with robots. I've just, I think last mission I upgraded to a table saw. So as you can see, we're going through the evolution of gathering materials here, from manual mining to getting a mine to steam powered drills. Right now is a hand pump, which I think I got recently. But you can see a well. I guess the best example is here. You're attacking buildings. So we started off with a ballista, and I've upgraded to a cannon. And now the next upgrade, I'm just short of it, is the howitzer. So as you can see, we're going along this tech tree. I don't know how we've lost so much tech that we were forced to use ballistas and cannons, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's interesting. It is an interesting way that you level up your character. And yes, the longer you stay on the planet, the more data fragments you collect. That being said, the game does get harder. The waves do get more intense, and you might find yourself getting overwhelmed, which has happened to me on numerous occasions. Which is why I think I started off with half this bar filled of AI cores, and now I'm down to this much. And most of that is lost, though. Sorry. Most of that has been lost because of random encounters, unfortunately. Right. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Let's begin. So we go back to map. Because I tabbed with resources and stuff, it doesn't show. That's one thing they need to fix, is that the actual mission meter objective panel won't show until I go back to map and click on the node to show the mission itself. So basically we have to restore the ecology. We started at a -15 ecology rating, and we have to get up to 50, positive 50. There's some description about the planet itself. But let's start the mission and see what we get. So this is my first time seeing a swamp biome, I guess. All right, so here we are. We're going to pause the game. Right here is your timer. Whether or not you pause the game or unpause the game, you can increase the speed. So every time you go into real-time mode, this counter will fill up, and once it hits here, it'll cycle to 1 cycle. So think of this as a cycle counter, and if you let go, I don't think it'll do anything until you place your settlement. So I'll show you what we got to work with. You can only zoom out the camera, first of all, this far, and I do think that it wouldn't be such a bad idea to zoom out a bit more. It would be nice to see more of the game world, or the arena, I guess. But I guess the dev has their reasons for that. But once you place your foundation for your base, it'll start the counter will start. So you can see here we're minus 15 on the ecology. It took me a while to realize that the yellow is we're in the negative here, and we have to get to a plus 50. You can see there's our objective. If we press tab, you see the resources that we have to gather. Personally, I wouldn't. If there was an option, I didn't actually check, but is there an option to keep the tile? Let's see. Is there a way to keep the tile always open? Because Alt, toggle skills panel? No. Well, honestly, it would be. I would prefer having. It might be there. Let me just double check. Change mode. What does change mode mean? Toggle skills cancel. Toggle resources. General repair. Oh, okay. Control is for the. Okay. I'll show that later. But yeah, basically these are your resources. This shows you how many resources you're collecting. Very important to keep track of, especially in the early game. These are your skills. These are very important too. Keep in mind that so for this particular skill, which I use a lot, general repair, it does consume resources. It doesn't say that it does. Oh, it does. It does require resources. It doesn't say how many, because it's dependent on how many resources you have. So just be aware. I didn't realize that early game that I was consuming a ton of resources by hitting this button. I thought it was just a global cooldown. I didn't realize, yes, it does consume resources, and you need quite a bit of resources to upgrade, to build and also upgrade. So be aware of that. But this is for something for later. You don't have to worry about that now. So we're going to place our foundation. So you can see that there is like this area, this arena of, not arena, but this enclosed area. Now, you don't have to build your foundation here. You can build outside. There is a limit, but the game is putting this here as a suggestion in a way for you to say, okay, if you place your foundation here, you can use these little indented areas for wall building. So you can build a wall here to defend your foundation if you want. But you don't have to. You can actually build outside if you want. I wouldn't suggest it, just because it can get intense. So we're gonna build. I'm gonna start first with the base foundation, and I'm gonna place a settlement right there. It's going to build, and as soon as this is built, now the timer's moving. You can see that it's moving up, and I'm going to pause the game. So once it fills up, it will hit the first cycle. So you got to keep that in mind as well. Whenever you start a game, you're always going to get a couple of starting tiles to help your production get on the way. They are in the form of forests and mountains. I think desert is something I can now mine or harvest resources from, so that's good. So let's place our first tiles. We'll build a forest here, mountain here, and we will build a desert tile. So here's the thing, and this is the thing that could really screw up your run. Certain tiles, like desert tiles, can affect other tiles. So if I were to place this desert tile next to this forest tile, it can change the forest tile, but I don't want that. I would rather have a forest tile, a desert tile. I'm just thinking here. Do I want the desert tile outside here to place a weapon, or should I start gathering resources from it? I think I'm going to gather resources from it. I don't know. So here's the thing, and it's a bit of an annoyance. You don't know where the enemy's attacking from initially. Normally, I've seen in other tower defense games, it does give you an indicator telling you where the enemies are coming from. In this case, you don't know where they're coming from. One of the previous missions, I was getting very comfortable with the waves, and I was like, okay, they're coming from this end. I'm going to build a lot of my defenses to reflect that. So for almost 90% of the game, they were coming from one end, and I had very few defenses on, say, the southern end. Most of it was in the north. That being said, the very last end, like the last 5 waves or 10 waves, they flipped the script and they started coming from the opposite direction, and it became very quickly a nightmare because the waves, the intervals between waves, I think maybe you have to look at the counter and see when the next waves are. It doesn't tell you. It doesn't give you any indication of when the next waves are coming, like I wish it would. So, for instance, this bar right here is to track radiation levels and tell you whether or not radiation is going up or down. I think that affects your ecology score, but it also tells you about earthquakes or any other events that could affect your base. It would be nice if it, for instance, told you if it had a counter when the next wave was coming. It doesn't show you that, and I think it should. Unless, yeah, it definitely should. Yeah, I don't think it has a counter on there. I'm like 90% sure it's not there. If there is and I totally missed it, that's my bad. But I'm pretty sure there isn't a counter telling you when the next wave is coming. But there should be a little counter. It would be nice to see, like, oh, the wave is coming soon. I gotta prep. Anyways, let's, I'm just gonna put this desert panel away from the forest. So yeah, if I place this forest area, the desert tile next to the forest tile, it'll affect the forest tile. Now, I think I can still harvest resources from it, but it can adversely affect the amount I gain from it. So I want to put this away. Off the top of my head, I don't know if I can use sand for anything. I know I can collect sand, but I don't know if I can use it for anything. So I'm going to place the desert tile here, or I can choose to reroll. I have these beam energy credits, but you can use a beam energy credit to reroll the tile. So this is, like I said, this is the tile bit of it. You get random tiles as every cycle. You get a new tile set, 1 or 2 tiles. And you use those tiles to your liking, and sometimes you can re-roll if you don't like it. That being said, you have to be wary of how many re-roll attempts you have. It does generate, which is nice. But yeah, let's place the desert tile. It's a lot of description I'm giving, but you'll understand why very shortly, because once the game starts, it's gonna be hard to describe a lot of things. I'm gonna place this out here. I'm assuming they're coming from this end. I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna unpause the game. Oh no, I'm not gonna unpause. I'm gonna build manual mining. Let's get some mining on the way. There we go. And let's start getting our infrastructure. So we're gonna build some, let's see, concrete. Yeah, so these are things that I built. Yeah, I don't think I can use sand for anything. I don't have enough. I have to wait for this to... Oops. So, even with your base foundation, it requires resources. So, luckily you can switch over to... Since I have more wood that's going to be produced, I'm going to switch this over from stone to wood because I'm currently at a deficit. It is generating... I am going to be generating more wood than stone for now. So, it's best for me to get as much as I can out. So yes, every building requires, for the most part, requires some sort of resource, with the exception of, say, something that's actually generating resources. But yeah, even your base foundation requires resources for it to function. So be careful, especially early game. You can find yourself not realizing you've run out of resources because this thing's been draining it. I'm not going to say it's going to happen all the time, but you know, it can happen. So the next cycle started and we got a mountain tile, so I'm going to place this here, and we're going to place I'm actually going to build a ballista. I might as well get my first defense unit out, just in case, because it does take time to build, as you can see. So we're going to build that. Next wave. Alright. Oh, we got another forest tile. New cycle, new forest tile, and a plains. I'm going to place that there. Let's start mining. I need 15 stone and 15 wood to place a ballista, so... Oh, we got a new tile set. We got another mountain, which is great. And we can change the rarity. We'll change one of the forest tiles to and see if we get it. I don't think it's a guaranteed change. I think the rarity means... So we can see here the ground ecology is 3, building ecology is -2. We're producing 0.2 wood. So if we place it on here, it failed. So it doesn't matter anyways. If it had succeeded, we could have seen a change in the data there. Let's increase the game speed. Alright, it's turn 4. We got another ground tile. Place that there. Place that there. Okay, it's built. I'm assuming that... I'm just taking a look at these new buildings that I got from last... There's a whole bunch of new buildings that I acquired from research. So I'm just taking a look at what they need. A lot of it needs iron ingots. I think I can make iron. I'm not entirely sure, though. But right now, I just need ballista. I still don't know where the enemy's coming from. They could be coming from this end, which will make things a lot more painful. But we'll see. So I have to wager, what, turn 5 is when the enemies will start popping? So yeah, basically, that's one of the things, like, there's no indication from the game that, oh, waves are incoming. Nothing. You'll just see them pop on screen. And I think they need to fix that. I think there needs to be some indicator from the game, like, hey, incoming waves, something that will give you a bit of warning that you're about to get attacked. I'm gonna plop this here. Yeah, you can get a river tile, so I'm gonna re-roll this. I get another forest, I'll take that forest. Ecology is now -1, so we have to get a +50. Let's grab that. Oh, there comes the first. See this? I didn't even know. They're coming from this end. I put 2 of the ballista there, so this sucks. Oh, this really sucks. That was a bad... I chose poorly. Great. 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 So, I'm going to pause the game, and I'm now going to show you what happens if you are in this situation where you have no defenses. There's no indication... So here's the thing. There's no indication. That's one of my biggest issues with this game, is that you don't know where the waves are coming from. They could be from anywhere. And this early on, when you're trying to build your base, it is very annoying that you basically have to guess. As far as I can tell, I can only guess where they're coming from. I mean, I thought they were coming from here because it looked like a solid like path for them to walk on. But no, they came from this end. So Yeah, it's a little frustrating, to say the least. So what happens when you're in a situation where this enemy is clearly not being attacked by anything? So my gun is out of range here, my gun is out of range here, this can't reach it, it's by itself, it's going to destroy this. What can you do? Well, that's what hitting control is for. If you hit control, you get access to your orbital gun. In this case, it's called the steel rifle. I guess it should be rifle, but the steel rifle. You can either hit control or you can press that button in the upper right corner, and you get control over your gun. So you have to be careful with this gun because this gun has an AoE attack. Basically, once you launch it, it's going to attack. It's going to hit whatever is in its vicinity, including your own buildings. So I'm not going to hit this because I think this might destroy the gun. I am going to try and risk it and try to aim it over here. I have noticed that sometimes when I fire the gun, it does get hit by the terrain. Like if there's like a mountainside or something blocking it, it'll block the shot. So you got to be careful. And this is finite ammo. You won't be able to. It does not recharge. It only recharges at the end of the mission. So you have to be super careful when to use it. Right now, it looks like there are 2 enemies coming, so I'm going to unpause and start firing, I guess. Oh, crap. Probably should have destroyed it then. Alright, so we took that out. Another ground tile. And... alright, let's see. I have enough to build. Ugh, I have to rebuild, which sucks. I'm gonna place... yeah, I'm gonna place it there. Okay, so this is the first tile that can allow me to show you the combo system, as it were. I'm gonna call it the combo system. But basically what I mean by combo system is that if you see a tile like this highland and you combine it with another tile, you can form a entirely new type of tile. So you can see the highland tile here it's nothing right now. Well, nothing on top of it. You can mine some resources off of it, some minerals, but if you want to make the most use out of this tile in this case, you would want to put it with a complementary tile set. So in this case, I would want to put it next to this mountain tile set. So if you notice, once again, look at this color, the way it looks. So if we place it near the mountain, you can see now it has changed. It's now copper deposits. So we can now mine copper from it. So this game has this very interesting technique. So if I were to place, in the case of this, I'm going to do this right. Probably shouldn't do this, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to. If I place this river tile next to this desert tile, you get an oasis that forms on the desert tile. And you can actually grab wood. Not as much, but you can grab wood. And it does actually add to your ecology score. So here's the other thing. Once you place a river, I don't think you can place a river tile anywhere else unless you have a start. Since you started it, you have to build from this tile set. So that's one thing. So now that I've done that, I kind of have to commit to that. Also, I can't build anything else other than, say, a wall on top of it or a trap. In this case, I might put a well there just to see how it goes. I've never tried it before, but I don't have enough resources for that anyways. Right now, it's all about trying to defend my base. Alright, so I need... how much wood do I need? See, let's switch back to stone. Here comes the enemy. I might actually have to help along with this. Okay, we're gonna increase the damage. Yeah, sometimes some of these cards you get aren't just for... oh, look at that! Oh, look, we actually did get... and no. Yep. Okay, so we do have some defenses there. I'm gonna increase the damage on this one. Oh boy, this is problematic. I'm running out of ammo. Alright, let's get some more. Build another one. We're getting more defenses up. Good, good. Okay, radiation has increased. Prepare for the consequences. I think it changes the ecology score. Let's build another one there. Alright, let's build more turrets. So, like I said, you could use this skill, but it's going to consume a lot of your resources. So that can be problematic. I'm already halfway on the ammo count, so this is bad. More ballista. Okay, change of rarity. Let's try this again. So, oh, I lost a lot of my I lost a lot of my industry. That's why my wood gathering is so low. But let's see, can this work this time? So this is +3, -2, production 0.2. Let's see if this works. Yes! So now the ecology has gone up by 1, and we're getting ×1 plus 0.25 on the wood. Alright, cool. So let's put this highland tile there. So you can see here this highland tile has nothing added to it because it's not adjacent to this mountain. But since this was a change to a copper deposit, I don't know the exact mechanism by which you get iron deposits and stuff. I think if you just mine here, it gives you... I think it does give you iron if you just straight up mine the highland tile. But that's the thing. It's very unclear at times what does what. It would be nice if there was some kind of tech tree, some kind of guide to tell you what you need to combine to form other tile sets, because this is my biggest gripe as well. I lose track of this. I don't know what tile set works with what, so I don't know if... I think the desert tile goes with ground to form coal deposits, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that. Alright, let's build another ballista. Let's get more wood. Oh boy, I need more wood production. See my problem here? I have to build a defense there. They're coming from all angles. This is frustrating. Wait, now I'm out of ore? Alrighty. Switch that to wood. Oh, I can repair. Not my botch. Okay, let's pause this. I'm gonna re-roll this. Get a mountain tile. Sure. Oh, you see that? I flipped mountain to this highland tile, formed iron deposits. So I got iron and copper now. I don't know how that happened. This is mountain, this is highland. Was it not? Oh crap, I don't know. No, this was a highland tile before. Well, either way, now I got copper and iron, so I got both, which is great. I'm gonna re-roll this, get a ground tile. More ballista, please. Oh, this is problematic. Alright, so I use one of my skill ups. For the 1 day, reduces all damage to buildings by 2 times. It requires stone. I probably shouldn't have done it now, because it was almost the end of the cycle. I don't know if this goes until the next day, or until the end of this cycle. Either way, we'll find out. Okay, it is carrying over. Good. Alright, let's see. Okay, well. I have to expand out of this area because... because I need to build more industry and I don't have enough tiles to do that. I need to start gathering ore and copper. So let's get those buildings up. Let's put a plain there. So that plain became a meadow because it was next to the forest. And I guess it doesn't affect, it's not affected by the mountain. I guess it improved the ecology a bit. So we're up to +6. You can also build wind generators on there if you need it. What else can I build here? I can't build much else. Interesting. Alright. I thought I could build something there. Like, to... I might actually want to destroy this tile set. And there you go, I destroyed the tile set. I'm gonna plop the mountain there. Oh, we got something happening here. I don't know what this means. Is that a poison cloud? Alright. New weapon being built. Okay, another desert panel. Oh, smelting. Alright, I can smelt on here, but I think I need defenses. Alright, I'm trying to see if... Oh, look at that thing. Oh, dear. Get some defenses up. Restore that. So you can see that it's a very intense game. The fact that it's a roguelike also adds to the tension because I'm on my last attempt. If I lose this, I lose all... I have to start from the beginning of the game. I'm going to place another tile here. I need to get... Oh, well, I guess I can only build that. Okay, let's increase our damage. Let's re-roll this tile. Let's get a forest tile. Become an oasis to add to the ecology. Nice. I'm probably going to have to build a smelter here. I don't think I have a choice. Another oasis that's now up to 10. Okay, we repaired some of the buildings that were damaged. I'm gonna need to upgrade... Oh, I need stone. I think for stone I need smelting, correct? No, ingots. Oh, jeez. The problem is there's no tech tree outside of, like, I can't escape and go... there's no guide for me to get info on, as far as I can tell. Open machine panel, F, machine panel, toggle building, destroy tile, rotate tile / building, build on tile. Let's see, open machine panel, what does that do? Nothing, I don't have any machines. Alright, I can now build cannons. So we can upgrade our existing weapons to... Oh boy, I think it's gonna go. Oh, I just repaired you in time. Come on, I need to start upgrading the cannons. Alright, that's another upgrade. Let's get another cannon. We can now upgrade from ballista to cannons. That'll be good. Alright, so I'm going to definitely increase the, if I can, increase the length of this road. Because... let's pause. Let's get some more cannon. Yeah, it just has a damage multiplier. Let's upgrade that to a cannon. Let's see, do I have enough? Yeah, I can make some upgrades. Oh, no I can't. Bit of a weak spot here. There you go. I had to intercede there and help out a bit. Oh gosh, this is rough. We're on wave. Okay, we're at plus 17 on the ecology meter. Let's add another turret there. I think I need 10 to upgrade a turret. Yeah, I need 10. Swap the stone. Okay, 27. I'm just going to add these tiles to complement the others and increase our... We just need to get a 50. Okay. Problem is I'm running out of resources here. What do I need? Iron ingots. Yep. Let's upgrade this to a mine. And let's see if I can repair. There we go. A lot of our buildings did get repaired, which is great. There we go. We're at 40 now. And that's created iron deposits again. All right, we're producing again. Good. All right, let's get that river. That increases our ecology to 42 out of 50. Okay. Whew. Oh, sorry about that. God, can I upgrade? No, I need glass, iron ingots, and stone blocks, which I don't think I can do. So yeah, it's a fun game, but I can definitely see there is definitely a ceiling. Like, in terms of if you're a casual gamer, there's a lot to track here. Like, there's production lines and things that you need copper to be, iron to be smelted in order to make iron ingots, and then iron ingots might need to be converted to something else. The problem is there's no information from the game other than you say using, as far as I can tell, you have to literally write this in a notebook to track everything. Because, and I know it's trying to do this as a selling point where I think they've written on the store page that this is a hardcore game where awareness and independent decision making are essential. You choose what to research and how to progress. There's no single correct path. Experiment, try different strategies, learn from mistakes, and develop your own tactics. Which is fair enough. That's fine. But I think this game, it doesn't hurt the game by putting more information at your fingertips. I mean, if you could just if there was a guide showing you that this builds this, even Civilization 1 had that. It had a Civilopedia. It told you, hey, this will lead to this. This will lead to that. As far as I can tell, there's nothing like that in the game that can help you find that info out. You basically have to write that out or have a good memory. I don't have a good memory, so numerous times I'm left trying to remember what does what, and it can be frustrating when you make a mistake, and when given that it's a roguelike, it can very easily end your run if you're not careful. I'm going to increase the durability on that. Alright, we're at 33 on the ecology scale. We were at 40, so it dropped quite a bit. I think the radiation that we're about to encounter is not going to help with our ecology score. In the meantime, I have 24, so let's keep upgrading our cannons to make them a bit more resilient. Okay, we're gonna have to change the rarity of something. I'm gonna change that. See if that works. It does work. Let's put a mountain there. Is this the right thing what I'm doing? I don't know. I have no honest idea if it's right. Since I have 159 wood, I think it would be good for me to bring a wall up. So I'm using the shortcut keys on my keyboard. You press Q to construct, and you can press 1 for walls. These are all shortcuts, so you can press, so if you go to Q again, let's reset the tile. If you press Q, press 2, and bring up traps. The problem is that it's not always the case that it's going to be Q1 is not always going to be walls. So in the case of, say, this tile, you see how it has electric power industry? So if you're getting to the rhythm of putting up walls, you may not realize that the tile set has changed. Because this is a road, you can always be assured, okay, it is going to be shortcutted to 1. But on this one, the shortcut is now, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7? Or wait, 8? To bring up, well, yeah, 8 on the keyboard. So that is another thing. There needs to be some consistency with shortcuts, because in the heat of battle, if I'm pressing buttons at a rapid pace to get my economy up, if I'm getting used to the shorthand with keyboard presses, keyboard shortcuts, the fact that each tile set has a different set of keyboard commands depending on what upgrades you get can be a huge issue. I'm definitely not able to, I can't memorize what where the new button placements are, especially if I'm upgrading my army and getting further upgrades. It's going to change this as we move along. So that is something that also needs to be fixed, I think. But that being said, this game is incredibly fun. Does it have the user interface to match? Like, does it look good? I mean, for the most part, yeah. I mean, I don't know if these are store-bought assets from the Unity store or if these are designed by the dev, but I do honestly think the mechanism is great. The actual gameplay is great, but yeah, visually, I wouldn't say it's particularly good. But I guess that's not the point. The point is, I guess for some, is to have great gameplay. And yeah, it does work quite a bit. All right, hold on. We're getting at level 2 monsters here. I need to build more cannons. Cannon there. We're getting more and more attacks. Oh, we got to repair. Who needs to repair? Repair that one. Repair that. The other thing is gates. Gates are incredibly confusing to me. Every time, I don't know what the purpose of gates are in the game, so if what I mean by gate is you can build gates around your walls. And I tried doing that. The problem is that the moment I place the gate, I guess I'll show you. I mean, I'll build a gate here. Let's see what happens. Build a gate. Yeah, I can build that. It'll take some time. And I don't have enough wood. Let's go over to... Which one did I put the bonus on? Was it this one? Let's build a table saw so we can get more production out of it. Alright, let's get that. We now have 40. 42. 44. The desert adds nothing. Oh, did I not place a wall there? I gotta be careful. I don't want to put too much into wood. Right now I'm still trying to get my economy back up to and running with wood. So we get these increased damage indicators. Sometimes you can upgrade your existing weapon. I don't know what the purple means. Like, it has different colors, blue, purple. I assume it's in terms of rarity, so I'm assuming purple means a lot more damage, but I don't know how much more it increases my output unless I like look at the so you can see here damage, attack speed, attack radius, rotation speed. So we'll increase the damage on this one, and we get a +3. So I assume purple means +3 to damage, which is great. Okay, and so here's the problem. I built the gate, and look at the way it's facing. And you'd think, hell, wait, I'll just place another wooden wall there, right? It should fix it, right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't fix it. And there's no way for me to rotate this gate. It seems to happen every time I place a gate. It does this. I also don't know what the purpose of a gate is. Is it just aesthetics? Because I don't know if you're supposed to place something on there. Do resources get blocked off if you encompass this entire area with walls? Does it affect your resource gathering? Like, will this get affected because of this? If I don't have a gate at the walls? I don't know. Is this still functional? Does this still function as a gate even though it's positioned incorrectly? I'm not sure if this is a visual issue or this is actually non-functional because of it. I have many questions about why it's like this. Let's increase our economy here. Let's repair something. All right, we're at 44 of 50. That's great. Is there anything I can do to complement this of ground? Not really. We're very close. We're 3 away, but this poison cloud is coming to F us up. There we go. 48. Let's do some repairs. Wood production is still low. Oh, I don't have I don't have wood production here. Probably fix that. There you go. Mission 5 completed. Got it. And I also got 19 quant. Quant, like I said, you can use them at did I say this? I don't remember. Quant is your currency, it's credits, and you can use it at shops that you come across. You can buy upgrades. We also received 300 data fragments. We got an ecology points from 125. Overall good. But that was mission 5 completed. And so we're actually done with this system, so we can move on to the next. So we have unvisited nodes. Let's see, before I do that, let's go to learning, which is our tech tree. And the one thing I did want to pick up was the howitzer. So we need to research stone smeltery and production on smelting. So I have to get this first. And how much is that going to cost me? Alright, so we got the stone smeltery. And then I can upgrade. So credit to the game, it does tell you that, which is very nice. That you need these prerequisites before you can upgrade along the tech tree. But yeah, so the howitzer, it's going to need gear wheels and steel ingots. So it can produce the steel ingot, but what produces the... Oh, is it this? The gear wheel? The components workbench? So yeah, this also feels like it has a bit of a... automation type of situation. I don't want to say automation, but you know, there are games like Factorio which requires different resources to build other things. I mean, it's core to every, I guess, RTS game in a way. But what I mean is you have more intricate resource production trees in this game as you would than you would imagine. So you require electricity in order to make either copper wire or gear wheels, which, by the way, you can select, I believe. Yeah, you can choose it. You can choose the output, and yeah, so it's a bit more complicated than you might think. There's a lot of things in this game that are very cool, a lot of really cool ideas that definitely, if you're into this kind of game, this might be a game you definitely should add to your wish list. But again, try the demo. I haven't tried the demo myself for some reason. I ended up just straight up wish listing it. I guess it ticked all the boxes I was looking for in a game. But yeah, let's pick the steam generator, because why not? And we'll keep the rest there. Let's see. We're almost at an hour of the video here. I'm gonna pick another node and go. Let's see. So there's a resource trader here. If I go along this path, or there's a rest station. I don't know what that means. I would like to see what that is. I probably won't survive, but let's go to the visited nodes. So here's the FTL part I was talking about, these RNG events. A duplicate process was found in the kernel logs, identical to the active one, but without a timestamp in origin. This could be a residual memory or an attempt at an internal substitution. So I only have half an AI core left. I don't know. I mean, give priority to the old process, compare processes by content, erase both copies. Sure, we'll try 2. You've started content analysis. Similarities are superficial. It is the fragments of old backups. Diagnostic is finished without consequences. Okay, so nothing happened. As you can tell, we're still alive. So let's go back to the map, and let's go to the next node. And here's the next node. So, Acid Forest. The objectives: collect 300 iron ingots, kill 1,000 enemies. But we're already at the hour mark of the video. We just hit an hour, so I'm gonna stop it here. But there you go. That is my look at Tinlord. It is a game that, if you can get past some of its flaws, can be an extremely fun time if this is your type of game, a more complex tower defense game. It is difficult. I just finished Mission 5 and I just checked the achievements. Only 11% of players have gotten this far. So that is kind of crazy. I don't know how many people have been playing this game. I don't know if that's 11% out of, I don't know. I mean, there's only 5 Steam reviews, which is a shame. This deserves more Steam reviews. This deserves more exposure. As flawed as it is, I think that this game is quite good. I think this needs more eyeballs. I think more people should play this so that the developer can get more feedback on how to improve it, because this is definitely, I think this is a hidden gem. This is definitely what we would call a hidden gem. But there you go. That's Tinlord. That is obvious. That is, I mean, I definitely recommend it. I think that if you have any enjoyment in tower defense, roguelikes, more complex systems that require you to think about how to plan your strat, but also are willing to endure some RNG, then this game might be for you. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye!